What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gage Dillon and today we are going to be talking about The Strangers Chapter 1. I really can't wait to talk about this one with you guys because it is not at all what I had expected. So yeah, can't wait to get into it. But before we get into the actual video, again, if you're new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out a lot, and hit the notifications bell so you know whenever I post new videos. We will be getting into some spoilers later on in the video, so this is your spoiler alert now. But with that all being said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So to begin with, I will say I really liked the marketing for this movie. I thought it was really cool and somewhat immersive or interactive with the people dressed up as the strangers, like appearing in random places. On TikTok, there was like strangers outside of Ring doorbells, and definitely piqued my interest even more beyond just the first trailer. So I was definitely really excited for this one. I'm a fan of the original Strangers, and Pray at Night is definitely some good slasher fun if you're into like the more 80s slasher type of movies. Gives off that kind of vibe. So I really enjoyed the first two, and the marketing really got me excited for this movie. So I was really disappointed whenever I got to the movie theater and sat down and watched it, and was completely disappointed by this movie. To begin with, let's talk about the characters. Yeah, besides Maya, who's played by Madelaine Petsch, and her boyfriend Ryan, there's pretty much no characters to speak of. They just feel like a somewhat stock image couple. They don't really feel like actual characters. Their dynamic does not really work for the movie the way that I feel the original movie did. The original one, spoilers for the original. The original movie, they're kind of already at odds with each other, given that the guy, James, he had proposed to Liv Tyler, but you know, things didn't work out. She said no, and so you were kind of already thrown into this somewhat uncomfortable situation with this couple, and it's kind of up to them to work together despite this. So I didn't really feel too much for the characters. The amount of stupidity with these characters, the walking outside with no weapon, the making noise, the not staying in one spot whenever the killer doesn't know where you're at. It's hard to sympathize with them. And so the story, it starts with like a cold open, and it shows just the strangers, I think at least two of them, just in broad daylight killing a random guy, which kind of already takes away the air of mystery that these characters are supposed to hold, at least, you know, they did in the original, in my opinion. So you're kind of already taken away from them having that air of mystery. And then on top of that, hi, welcome to Behind the Scenes. I was in the middle of editing this video, and I was so tired last night that I'd actually missed a few things or gripes that I had with the movie. It was such a long week and I was super tired, so I was just going over the more important story beats last night. But a few more gripes that I have with the movie that kind of annoyed me. The line change from "because you were home" to "because you were here."
Why are you doing this to us? Because you were home.
Why are you doing this to us? Because you're here.
I get that they changed it because it's an Airbnb, it would make more sense, but overall I thought it was a goofy change. The Mormon boys appearing just to give them a pamphlet, just to kind of like be a small Easter egg to the original movie. Again, very pointless, played no role into the movie and was just kind of there. The gunshot scene where he accidentally shoots the Airbnb owner instead of one of the strangers, just completely lazy and ineffective, since in the original movie it was his brother or friend. Unnecessary here. The truck where they get smashed into by the stranger's truck when they're trying to escape in the Airbnb owner's car. Again, done so much better in the original movie. These characters pretty much just sat there and waited to get T-boned against the tree and then left. It was really stupid. And then apparently there was a mid-credit scene, which I'm really glad we didn't stay for. It's apparently just the girlfriend waking up in the hospital bed next to Baghead. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't seem like that'll, you know, fit into the second movie in any way, unless it's just a nightmare or the movie starts right there. But yeah, it just feels kind of pointless, and glad I missed it because it doesn't seem like there was much to it. So yeah, those are just a few of my gripes that I felt I just couldn't ignore. I initially wasn't gonna add this in, but there were just too many to ignore, and yeah, I just thought that they were necessary to add in because this movie is dog shit. You're introduced to this couple who, again, like I said, very stock image couple. It doesn't feel genuine at all. But yeah, they get to the Airbnb and it's so weird. It's like the movie's somewhat doing its own thing. Like they're there and then like they start hearing the knocking and you get the "is Tamara home" line. You get,
Is Tamara here?
No.
I think you have the wrong home.
Watching her through a window. In this one, he just silently watches her in the shower and then it's over. So it just feels so much like it was made specifically for the trailer and then just was kind of like an afterthought in the movie. But yeah, it was really disappointing. A lot of the original sequences from the original movie taken and somewhat used here to a degree, but just slightly different enough to be considered an update or whatever this was trying to be. I really don't know what this movie was going for. It didn't feel like a reimagining or whatever, and even if this is what it's classified as, it is probably the worst reimagining of any kind of movie series that came before it ever. It was just completely dull. As far as scares go, I mean, everything that was worth jumping at, or, you know, because it wasn't really effective once it already happened. Everything that was worth jumping at was pretty much in the trailer. As far as predictions for the next two movies, they could kind of maybe follow Madelaine Petsch having like trauma from this experience, or they could probably do like a continuation where it takes place all in one night. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure where this series or trilogy could go. Definitely did not start off on a very good note at all. It was very slow. I had a feeling I knew what was gonna happen. Like, again, mentioning the references from earlier, like the movie hit certain beats to where like I could tell where it was going based on the story beats that it took from the original film. This one not only felt dull and bland, it felt a little bit too polished. So yeah, probably a 3 out of 10. I like the cinematography. I thought that the soundtrack and sound design were really good. But yeah, beyond that, guys, this movie, I would definitely not recommend it. If you're in the mood for The Strangers, do yourself a favor and watch The Strangers. So yeah, with that being said, that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. As always, thank you guys so much for the support. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.